welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us. What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
Starting to pick up.
Yep. Well, that'll be great on live, on a podcast.
Hey, we may lose one of these canopies. There it goes.
Oh, boy.
I knew that was going to happen.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Yeah, you're live, Irma. Welcome. What's up, Irma? How you doing? We got you. Hey, we're tapped into your computer there too, where you work. We can actually see you on video. I hacked your computer. So beautiful earrings today, Irma. You're always beautiful. Very nice.
You're so silly.
Hey, look at that. We didn't even put it on the right video. All right, we'll just put it right. We'll just keep it right here all day. Is that all right?
Yeah, sounds good.
Perfect.
Hey, there you go. Walker County Federal right here with you today. We're going to be just looking at this for the next hour. So
That's a beautiful picture.
I'm just kidding. You already know how it is. Here we are. Welcome. Good
morning.
night. Yikes. Got that one camera today, and that one camera's not being very generous.
Yeah.
Did you notice, ladies, that we're not like rolling down the river this morning?
I did notice that. We're missing a table over there and a bunch of stuff.
Well, y'all, you know what? It's so good to have you. Y'all are looking as beautiful as ever. I'm always so thankful to be here on a Monday with two gorgeous ladies, and appreciate y'all so much. Thanksgiving came early for me.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I decided, I didn't like the way my mustache was, and so I was doing a couple of things to it.
I thought something looked different.
Yeah, but it was one of those. The reason I said Thanksgiving came early is, man, when I do this, I look like a butterball turkey. I do not like this at all. I need this to come back. This just isn't doing it for me. It kind of feels good though, like if your palm itches, you can go like this. Yeah. So, but anyways, I butchered let me just say I butchered the mustache on.
Well, it's okay.
On Saturday night.
It'll come back.
Yeah. But it's not their fault. I went to the color bar, Conroe, and Gayla did a great job on my hair and everything, and I was so thankful to her, and she'll probably see this and be like, Rob, what did you do? So, but we
gotta keep him straight, Gayla.
Yeah, you got to keep it on the up and up. I went over their Conroe location. Was beautiful, by the way. I hadn't been over there yet. We were blessed that a good friend of ours gave us a gift card to Saltgrass for our wedding, and so Bridget and I finally used that on what was that, Saturday? So we finally used it on Saturday, and I said, we're going to be in that area. I need to get a haircut anyways. And so we went and ate at Saltgrass, and then, went over to the color bar, got home, and I started messing around with stuff. And then before I knew it, like my mustache was going up here, and I was like, that doesn't look good.
Keep trying to even it out.
Yeah. So, one day, my goal one day is to, one day it'd be nice to make enough money where you could just hire. Gail, I'll hire you full time. You can just hang out and, do the
That
do
would
the
be
daily
very
trim.
nice. Full-time housekeeper.
Yeah.
full-time hair person. Yeah,
just
that'd be
have
great.
someone for everything, right?
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking about that the other day, though. Like, oh, that'd be so great to have people that help with things. But then I just felt like, man, I would get lazy. I would just get so lazy and not do anything.
But we've got all these other things to do, so that's why, my house isn't, dust doesn't bother me, so I don't bother it. And,
right.
Yeah, you shouldn't bother.
Might bother someone if they come over, but
The poor
I
dust
don't have
just
time
need,
for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh,
That poor dust just needs somewhere to settle, and how dare you disturb it?
Exactly.
it's tired.
It's trying to rest.
No.
Well, hey, Huntsville, welcome in as we get started here on a magnificent, not a mundane, marvelous, and mimosa Monday.
Yes.
Here on, Karen was waiting for that.
Yes.
Episode 206 as we get rolling. Let us know that you're out there this morning as we continue every single weekday to celebrate all the good things happening here in our community. Some great events happened over the weekend. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. And we'll look ahead to some other events that are coming up here in our community and with our friends at Walker County Federal. We are here on a Monday. Big thank you to Elliot Herzlich online at elliotsjewelers.com for all your jewelry needs. Big thank you to Paul Oley of the Gallery. Paul, we love you, man. It's the going joke now because Paul, I told him, I said, Paul, every episode I say we love you. And he goes, well, I've never heard that, Rob. Well, I've said it now like 3 weeks in a row, Paul. So we love you.
Must not be watching.
Yeah.
Paul, we got your number.
Wow.
I think what he does, he said that he goes out and he puts his phone in his pocket while he's tending to the horses in the morning. And so maybe he doesn't do it right away. I think it's towards the back end of the show. But anyways, we appreciate Paul Oley of the Gallery for providing this space to us. And, of course, on a Monday, we would not be here without our great friends from Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are your financial experts here in Huntsville. Just ask them any question. If they can't help you, they're going to set you in the right direction. But personal loans, business loans, consolidation loans, think anything that you need. In fact, Bridget and I need to come talk to you guys, about some things that we're working on. And, of course, we'll come to you and talk to you. So y'all have always taken great care of us. But go by and see them. Again, they offer all the services that the big banks have. You're going to get that big bank feel, service feel.
There you go.
You're going to get the big bank service feel without the big bank customer feel. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And
Take that.
coming soon, Otis Spunkmeyer cookies. We're working on that.
We still need to get that done. We got to get that in the
Maybe
budget.
we can vote on it at the meeting
annual
this
meeting.
year.
Yeah.
Annual meeting, when is that
Make it
again?
official.
February 15th.
Next Thursday.
Yeah, next Thursday. Where are y'all having that at?
At the Don E. Walker building down.
Yeah.
Oh, the
Bottom
Education
part.
Center.
Yeah,
Okay,
down
yeah.
at the bottom.
That's
So
where
the
we have
Gibbs-
that's
the
where we have
Gibbs-
Rotary.
Yeah, the Gibbs Conference Hall downstairs.
How many do y'all
Education.
usually expect at those meetings? How many people come to those? Is it a pretty good crowd?
It varies.
Do y'all provide
Sometimes.
food? Like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be food and door prizes, and it'll be worth.
what other bank can you do this at? Like, what other bank throws a annual meeting and it has door prizes and
No,
food?
we try to make it fun, too.
Yeah, we do.
And it's open to the members, right? I mean, you can't just be a non-member and show up, right? You need to be a member.
You can be a non-member
you
and come,
can.
but you're not able to vote.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. Go set up an account today. Just go flood Denise. She'll be looking forward to it.
Yes.
Go over there and set up an account today, and then you can show up.
Of course. And you'll be eligible for the door prizes or, to vote and all that good stuff.
My vote. Can members put things? Can they suggest things? Is there like an open discussion part of the meeting?
Yeah, you'll be able to comment and ask questions. Sure.
Yeah, there is.
You already know I'm coming, and I'm going to stand up and raise my hand and be like, "Can we please get an Otis
Otis
Spunkmeyer chocolate chip cookie oven, please?"
Yes.
And we will have a heyday with that. I guarantee. And see, this is what's cool about being a member. You can say "we." I feel like I'm part of the team.
Well, you are.
You
Yeah.
are.
It is a we, not an I or a you. It's a we.
What was that old phrase? There ain't no I in team. There ain't no you either. That's what we used to say. But for real, though, I mean, you feel like you're part of this really cool team and a great group that's going to take care of you. And, so Thursday, February the 15th, is the open annual meeting. This is an annual deal, right?
Yes. Every year.
And that's what's cool about a credit union, because the way it's formed and the bylaws and all that,
Right.
you have these meetings. So
Yeah, we have
Really
to let
cool.
you know what's going on. Full transparency.
Yep.
We're not hiding anything from you, so you'll know what we did, where your money is, what we're spending it on, and how much is going back in.
like banks and stuff, credit. Yeah, I'm new to financial stuff, as far as learning how that works. But I starting to get some understanding. Like banks and stuff, they'll put money into assets, like physical assets, right? some banks and places, I guess, do that. And so I've learned a lot on the back end about how things work. But if I want to know more, I'm going to show up on Thursday, February the 15th.
There you go.
So after Valentine's Day, you bring your sweetheart a bouquet of flowers, some beautiful chocolates, some rose petals. You know what you could celebrate with your sweetheart today? It's a special
Yes, it's
day.
national.
Today's a special day.
Stuff up. It's National Shower with a Friend Day. Okay, that's weird. I mean, you got to be really good friends.
I feel special friends.
Very special friend.
I would condone that activity. Once you're married, then that's perfectly
Oh, it even
fine.
tells you how to observe Shower with Friend Day.
So this is from our friend's National Day calendar. See, I set Karen up for this. I wanted her to be the official announcer of this.
I mean, it sounds, maybe a little bit fun.
Yeah, so February the 5th.
Someone went to the trouble of petitioning for this.
Someone petitioned for this from nationaldaycalendar.com. But it's really a tongue-in-cheek way of educating people about the benefits of filtered, chlorine-free water. This is a commercialized one when this happens. Winter is the coldest and the loneliest season of the year, with dwindling daylight and Valentine's Day at its heart. February can often leave people feeling dejected and somber. This day injects a bit of humor into the season while also serving to educate people the benefits of showering in fresh, filtered water and the bad effects of chlorine. This day was started, obviously, by a commercial company called New Wave Enviro. This is a company located in Denver, Colorado. They submitted this day to the National Day calendar back in 2014. I guess there's someone, they call him the registrar of the National Day calendar, proclaimed the day in 2015 to be observed on February the 5th annually. So there's your history.
Okay.
So it's more of like a joke, but it's to educate you that chlorine in your water is bad. Man, when I've taken a shower and you have that chlorine, I kind of like that smell sometimes.
Yeah.
You down for that, or like the chlorine smell?
Yeah.
I'm like, bring it, because then I feel like the water's really clean.
Somebody's doing something.
Yeah.
Somebody's actually checking it.
But then you think I'm drinking that too. It's not bad. I don't know. We had what do you call it? Rain Soft. Have you ever heard of that? That Rain Soft water filters. They got me good at Home Depot. People don't ever get me. They don't ever trick me into sales and. I don't feel like, back in the day I sold radio ads, and my deal was I could get people right there, but I never wanted to take them over.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's just hang out right here. This is kind of a cool area. You don't need to come in the door with me. Just hang out. And if you want to open the door, come on in. I'm not a pushy guy. And one of the sales tactics that, I was taught was, no doesn't mean no. No means not right now.
Not right now.
Well, that's completely false.
Yes.
And
Because if you don't do it right now, you're probably not going to do it.
Yeah, and I don't know where that came from, but I'm going to tell you right now, as a business owner here with Hello Huntsville, but especially when I had my IT business, when I said no, I meant no. And you're not going to keep coming back at me.
Yep.
And so people told me no. I was like, whatever, and I didn't even try to sell people the first or second time I ever met them. I didn't want to be the guy that people see at HEB and like, oh, here comes Rob. Let's start ducking and running.
Don't make eye contact.
Yeah, I don't want to be that person. And I don't know, man. I think sales is it's all a relational thing. I wrote a 45-minute course on sales and sports broadcasting. We have a little association, and we provide content to folks who broadcast and those that produce their own. So I wrote this simple course, and most of it stemmed around building relationships. That's all it is. That's all anything is in life.
Absolutely.
And that's what Walker County Federal's in the business of, relationship building, because they do have time for that.
Yep. I see my mom's on this morning. Shout
Joy.
out. Yes.
Good morning, Miss Joy.
Yeah, she told me she woke up early last week to watch, and I wasn't on. I said, oh, I'm sorry.
She got up early, you weren't on, and then she's going back to
If I
bed.
was retired, I would not get up early. But thank you, Mama.
Well, it's been a while. I mean, you guys have been busy, and I know a lot of things going on. You just had a city retreat, I believe, 2-day thing. How did that go?
That was good. Yeah, it was very informative, and it was nice. Yep.
A lot of things going on. Do y'all have to look through the whole charter during those things?
No, there's a charter review period that's separate from that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this was more like a strategic planning
Exactly.
type deal.
Yes.
There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes with.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's crazy. It's
We've got a good council and good staff that work hard to make Huntsville be wonderful.
Oh, yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. This community is so great. Maybe this morning there's somebody joining us here on a Mimosa Monday that's wondering, what is that community? It's Huntsville, and it's a great place to be. And you're right, our city does great work, our council, and so many others. It's a great place to be. Denise, I know you've been a little under the weather. I don't want to say under the radar because the radar's like been over you.
Something.
Yeah,
something's been over me.
But how have you been? What's been going on?
This basically. Yeah, I just can't get over it. It keeps coming back.
Like, have you been jamming any R. Kelly lately?
No.
What's your go-to jam right now? When you get in the car, what's your go-to jam, Denise?
I don't really have one. It's usually just like a random playlist, just a little bit of everything.
Like a Spotify, or what are you on?
Usually Pandora.
Pandora? Mm-hmm. That's still a thing?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
I still use it.
I still have it too. I just now figured out what it was.
Yeah. I couldn't get into the email that
jewelry.
I use for it. But
Hey, you on Pandora? No, but I want some.
Yeah, give me some of that. Come on down here and give me the rest of it.
Give me the rest of that Pandora. You know what's cool? Those Pandora started it all back in the day. Remember, because when they first launched it, Karen, it was either thumb up or thumb down. It was really cool technology. And if you thumb down, let's say you heard like Tim McGraw on. Now I would thumb up Tim McGraw. I'm pretty cool with Tim. Now I'm more of a George Strait guy. But if I hit thumb up on Tim McGraw, it's going to pick more music related to him and more of his music and related. Now, if you went thumb down, it's going to start blocking off stuff. Technology was crazy. And then I think this app Shazam came out. And Shazam was crazy because it was the first program that I knew of where if you heard music playing, it would listen. You could just hit a button, and it would tell you what that song was.
And quickly.
Very. I was like,
Yeah, that's neat.
It hears a few notes and it knows.
That is a neat thing.
And then Spotify came out, and that was like revolutionary. And I had this grand idea back in the day that the landscape of radio is changing tremendously. Like you just said, when you get in your car, you're on a playlist, right? Most people do that now. Now, if you're involved in the radio industry, they're going to tell you we're the number one medium and all that. We touch 90% of households every single week. Well, that's true because when you get in, and most of it happens in your car. And it's true because when you get in your car, by default, it usually goes to the radio. So there's some like skewed statistics on that I'm not a big fan of. But people do listen to radio. It's still very relevant. We've got a great local station here in town, a great station in Conroe, and many of them in Houston. So there's still a place for it. But most people are streaming now. And I had this really... Oh, yeah, I forgot my sister's coming to eat with me tonight. I just got excited. Hey, I love you, sis. I totally forgot about it. She just texted me. She calls it supper, though. We grew up, like, in a family.
Supper.
Did you grow up in a family like that?
Did we call it supper or dinner? Because it was breakfast, lunch. Yeah, it was dinner. Yeah.
See, ours
wasn't
was
supper.
Breakfast, dinner, and supper. And it threw everybody off like, hey, y'all want to go to dinner? And I go, well, it's not 6 o'clock yet. It took a long time for like me to deprogram because no one knew what I was talking about. So when I see my sister say that, I love that because I know it. That's some good old going back in the day talk right there. So Rebecca, I can't wait to see you for
supper.
She is, I love my sister. We have an 8-year age gap. And when we were younger, she didn't want nothing to do with me. I didn't want nothing to do with her. In fact, Rebecca, I'm going to tell the story right now. She took a black permanent marker and wrote on all. I mean, you don't remember this, Rebecca. This you probably do, but you don't remember telling me this. We had a small house growing up, and I love my family. I mean, my mom and dad worked so very hard, provided for us, and took great care of us. But we had 3 bedrooms. There was 3 children. So obviously, my brother and I, we had to share a room. It was fine. We had bunk beds. It was cool. But I'll never forget, and Rebecca, you probably don't even remember this. One time my sister told me, she goes, there's a reason that we only have 3 bedrooms in the house and not 4. And
she was trying to kick you out?
Yeah, and she took a black permanent marker, and now my sister and I are very close. But back in the day, she took a black permanent, I don't even know what we got in a fight about. I think I was probably like 8 years old, and she was in high school. She took a black permanent marker, and on everything that she could find that was mine, she wrote the word accident.
Oh,
no. So,
oh, no.
Do you remember this, Rebecca? Because I remember it clear as day. I don't think I dreamed it. But it was funny. But what was cool is that she got older and she learned to drive. She always took me with her places. And then when she'd take me, she'd always buy me things because she had a job. She was working at HEB. And
she felt bad for calling you an accident all those years.
You probably did, Rebecca. And so we had a lot of fun. And yeah, we'd go to the mall. Back then, the mall was a thing. The mall isn't even a thing anymore, is it?
Not the same.
It's not what it used to be.
I wish we had them all here, honestly. I really do.
Was the West Hill, was it like popping? I asked this the other day.
Back in the
There's
day,
Irma,
yeah.
By the way. Was it hopping? I mean, what was in there?
We had a Bell's, we had a Penny's, there was a restaurant in there, there were some jewelry stores, there was a shoe store. There was several different things in there.
Yeah, it was cool. Like, to think about Huntsville having a mall, how cool is that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But then the advent, and Amazon's great. I'm not gonna lie. I needed a shower head sprayer. Now it is a day late,
Pretty
but
sure Walker County Federal Credit Union is keeping Amazon drivers in business here in Huntsville. They're there every day,
boxes are showing up every day.
multiple times a
For
day.
employees'
sometimes.
orders.
The employees use it. As
Yes.
But you have to. You don't want to lose.
Yeah.
Oh, my sister said yes, and you are embarrassing me.
Where y'all going to supper tonight? I want to meet you.
We got to figure it out.
You could always come to rodeo.
We could. I just told
Yep.
you. You put me on the
It's
spot.
gonna be a good one.
You put me on the spot because I was talking about how we try to get the children in bed now by like 7:30. So maybe my sister is staying in College Station. She works for USDA, I believe it is, Rebecca, if I'm not mistaken. But she works for the federal government, agriculture things, and they're having a conference in College Station. And
Okay, so y'all are going there.
No, she's coming here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's going to come here, which is great. We were talking about, we love Chewy's. So we were talking about originally, we'll just get in the car and go drive over there and go to Chewy's. That's worth the drive.
Yeah.
Have you ever had that? You been over to Chewy's?
I have, yes.
You, Denise?
Isn't there one in the Woodlands?
Yeah.
Now, we're not talking about your cousin because everybody got a cousin named Chewy. Do you have a cousin named Chewy? You may be the
Yes,
only one.
I
that does.
don't.
Do you really?
I do.
See,
I
I'm
do not. But I'm an only child, so.
His name is actually Jesse. We call him Chewy.
See, I told you, everybody has a cousin named.
And then a couple uncles in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's always a Chewy.
Chewy, what's up, Chewy? Is that Spanish for anything, or is it just
It's
like
just a nickname. That's just I don't know. And it's usually if they're named like Jesse or something like that.
Or
then
like
that's-
Bubba.
That's their nickname.
See,
is
that's a
Chewy.
perfect relate. So,
Chuyito.
like, Chewy in the Mexican culture is a really big name. Like, everybody knows it. Everybody
Yeah.
has a Chewy.
And
Just
I-
like
I
our
keep
culture,
saying
Everybody
Jesse.
has a Bubba.
we got a hi,
I know.
Bubba.
Yeah. Keep saying Jesse. It's usually a Jesus, and that's when they'll call him Chewy. But my cousin Jesse. Yeah.
There you go, Chewy.
Yeah, there's
What's up,
always a
Chewy?
Chewy.
How you doing, man?
So yeah, you get it for anybody. If you meet a Jesus, a Jesus, they're probably called Chewy.
What's up, Chewy? Yeah, so if you hear that, that's what's up. Anyways.
My cousin has a dog, and she's a big Star Wars fan. Her dog's name is Chewy Baka, but Chewy Baka, Chewbacca.
Any Chewy that I knew growing up, there were Chewy Baka. Come on, man. The Chewies that I knew growing up were tough. Like, you didn't mess with the Chewies that I knew. Like, we had a family. Like, every town has that. I don't know of it. I don't know of it in Huntsville. I really don't know of the family in Huntsville yet because I've been here for 4 years, but I'm sure there's got to be. We won't call them out.
Like a bully family.
Yeah, like that family you just don't, like the O'Doyles in the Adam Sandler movies. Yeah, have you ever seen like the water? O'Doyle rules. Yeah. But I'll never forget in Georgetown. Oh man, it was the Ochoa family. Like and I was on the
Chewy Ochoa?
There was a Chewy. There was. And but I was cool with them. I remember all the Ochoas. There was Isaac Ochoa, Fabian Ochoa, Mark Ochoa, Israel Ochoa. And like if you were on their good side, you were good. You wanted to be on their good side because the Ochoas would fight for you. If anybody was messing with you, you call up the Ochoas. They don't play. And
So it's good to be friends with them.
It was good to be friends with the Ochoa family growing up. Yeah, I'll never forget that. And there was, it's kind of funny because you start thinking, and like when you're young, there's these little rivalries, when you're in junior high, and it's like, oh, well, this family don't mess with that family. It's like these little small skirmishes going on, and it always related back to like some parent or grandparent
something that their parents kind of fight about. Yeah.
And so it just trickled through the generations. Like, man, I remember your grandpa did this to my grandpa, and I'm like, you have nothing to do with that.
Yeah,
Dude.
you weren't even born yet.
Yeah.
I'll never forget. There was this guy named Johnny Gonzalez growing up. And Janet said, I'm trying to get myself in trouble. Man, I'm cool with the Ochoas. We're cool. But I'll never forget, there was this friend of mine named Johnny Gonzalez growing up. And, man, these kids started, and I was really good friends with Johnny. And these kids started picking on me. And literally, like, one of them held me and started kicking me. Like, this was bad stuff. Like, 7th grade, like, kidding. And, nowadays, like, you go to jail for that. Back in the day, it was like, let's be honest, like some kids may have deserved that back in the day because I was probably running my mouth being a little punk.
Back in the day, the teachers are like, toughen up, kid.
But together. Johnny Gonzalez was a friend of mine, and he came up and he fought for me. And like those kids that were picking on me, Johnny went up. He's like, and I'll never forget. Johnny goes, he's like, quit messing with him. He's one of us. So I was in with his family, and then I'll never forget though. Like after that, Johnny ends up like getting detention or something, and then he tells me, I'll never forget. He tells me, he's like, but you owe me something now. And I was like, whoa, this was like too young to be involved in this kind of stuff. And I think it was like I gave him a lunch or like lunch money or something. But anyways, I hope that some of you guys have those stories growing up. So. Joy Daly joining us. That's your mother.
That's my mama.
She says the Hatfields and the McCoys. There you go. So that's families here in Huntsville. Oh, goodness. We're having fun this morning. Again, thanks for joining us here on Good Morning Huntsville. We got more to talk about. We already know about the event happening at Walker County Federal Credit Union, the annual meeting on February the 15th at the Walker Education Center. There at the Sam Houston Museum, like downstairs.
So around the back.
So go around the back. So we're Rotary meets, so that'll be taking place. We're going to talk Super Bowl when we come back, Karen.
Yes.
Super Bowl. And,
yes. Hint, hint, trivia Monday night.
Oh.
Maybe some Super Bowl trivia.
Mahomie. And you don't like Patrick Mahomes?
Not anymore.
They were in Huntsville's district back in the day, White House, Texas.
Yeah.
So a little trivia for you right there. Maybe coming at you live tonight at Rodeo. We'll take a break. Hey, want to remind you real quick that we had a keyword today. Thankful. Today's keyword is thankful. Don't text it in yet. You know why? Because I haven't set it up. So you'll do that in a minute.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. We'll do that in just a second. So give me about 5 minutes and then text in the keyword thankful. If you text in first, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're not going to win if you're the first one. You could. Some people think that you got to text like right away to be like in the queue early. Doesn't matter. The randomizer don't play favorites. So we'll take a break. I don't even know what we're going to give away today. I'll think about it during the break. And then we'll come back, Karen.
Free ticket to trivia tonight.
There you go. We'll think of something. Your Monday is brought to you by Walker County Federal Credit Union. Check them out online at walkercountyfcu.com. We'll be back in a moment. Here's your national news, a word from our sponsors. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
USA News, I'm John Schaefer. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis, handling Donald Trump's Georgia election interference case, is responding to misconduct allegations. In a recent court filing, she acknowledged she has a personal relationship with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, who she appointed to oversee the case. While denying any taint to the proceedings, defendants claim Willis financially benefited by hiring Wade for hundreds of thousands of dollars, and they are seeking dismissal of the case. The beginning of 2024 has seen robust job growth, with the U.S. economy adding 353,000 jobs last month. That is nearly double the anticipated increase, according to the Labor Department. The unemployment rate remains steady at 3.7% in January. Notably significant job gains were observed in professional and business services, healthcare, and retail trade sectors. Democratic Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer is promising a bipartisan border deal will be sent to the U.S. House of Representatives by the middle of next week.
These challenges at the border and in Ukraine and the Middle East are just too great, and we will need to be here working.
It will include U.S.-Mexico border policy changes, funding for Ukraine, Israel, and Taiwan. In the House, Republican Speaker Mike Johnson has said the bill faces an uphill climb, where conservative lawmakers don't believe it goes far enough to deter illegal crossings. Toxicology reports released this week revealed that the three men found dead and frozen at a Kansas City Chiefs watch party had 3 times the lethal amount of fentanyl, along with cocaine and THC in their systems. The incident happened in the backyard of their friend Jordan Willis' Kansas City home on January 9th, 2 days after the game. Willis, an HIV scientist, said he went to bed and was unaware that his friends were in his backyard. Willis has voluntarily entered into rehab. And 3 people were killed Thursday night when a small plane crashed into a mobile home park on the Florida Gulf Coast. This is USA News.
The inventor and CEO of MyPillow is always looking for ways to solve everyday problems. Have you ever picked up a towel set because it felt really soft in the store, but then when you go to use it, it's not very absorbent? It's basically a towel that's leaving you out to dry. That's why MyPillow has developed the MyPillow towels. Towels that work. I know, it's mind-blowing. Towels that actually dry you. The 6-piece towel set includes 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, and 2 washcloths. They come in a variety of colors, and right now Now you can receive a 6-piece set for only $39.98 with promo code USA. Go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the radio listener special. MyPillow products come with a 10-year warranty and they have a 60-day money-back guarantee. To receive this amazing offer on the 6-piece set of MyPillow towels, just go to MyPillow.com. Click on the radio listener special and enter promo code USA or call 800-951-8175. That's MyPillow.com. Promo code USA.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Hey listeners, Rob here, and I'm excited to welcome Abby from the Color Bar, where they're all about meeting every community need with continuous innovation.
Thanks, Rob. We're thrilled to evolve, offering stylish cuts for kids, men, and women, alongside expert coloring services.
That's fantastic. What's new and exciting in the world of the Color Bar?
We're always adding to our repertoire. Whether it's trendy cuts for all ages or dynamic coloring techniques, our team is geared up for it.
That's great to hear. Any sneak peek into future plans?
Our community drives us, Rob. Stay tuned for more services on the horizon, ensuring we cater to everyone's unique tastes.
Exciting times ahead. And Abby, tell us about the Color Bar's locations.
We're not just in one spot, we're spreading the magic in multiple locations. You can find us in Huntsville and Conroe.
Fantastic. So listeners, for a stylish experience with the Color Bar, visit colorbartx.com or call 936-439-4972. With multiple locations, they're here to give you a look that feels uniquely yours.
We can't wait to welcome everyone to the Color Bar.
Hey friends, Rob Hip here. As a guy, jewelry's not really my thing. I never know what I'm looking for. I feel uncomfortable, and I just don't understand how certain things look good together. But that's why I depend on Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Whenever Bridget and I wanted to get engaged, we said, we need to go to a place to where someone's going to take care of us. They're going to make me feel comfortable as a guy, but they're also going to take care of her needs as well. So I went into Elliot's, and he was so gracious and compassionate with my understanding, and I wanted something that looked a little masculine for my engagement band, and he said, I've got the perfect thing for you. And he found some white hammered gold that was trimmed in 14 karat gold, also put a diamond on that ring to signify my love for Bridget. And as we grow and our family grows, we can put a diamond around the rest of those. So friends, if you're looking for someone that is dedicated to customer service, that understands the needs of people and does what's right all the time, there's nobody better than my friend. It's Elliot Herzlich at Elliot's Jewelers. Visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
All right, friends, back at it here. You're not going to get behind the scenes of this show. $300. You ain't going to pay for $300 and get nothing from that. There's some things better left. What do you call left on the prairie?
Is that kidding. A saying?
Yeah, I don't know. I just made it up. Do you like that?
I've never heard really. That.
You don't like that? See, I told you before we got on the show, I have no creative energy at all anymore, Karen. I just have none. Left on the prairie, I kind of like that. Because think about it. Like, back in the day, it does make sense. Think about this. Okay. Covered wagon.
people are coming. You're here, and the Indians used to come at you back in the day. They did because you were on their land, right?
Yeah.
So what would you do?
We guess we weren't. We didn't. I've never been in a covered wagon.
And I don't blame them. I don't blame them. If somebody came on my property too, I'd try to run them off. I don't blame them. So here's the deal. They left it on the prairie. What I mean is, whatever they had in it, if it fell out of that covered wagon, they just left it on the prairie. Okay. So there you go.
Okay.
Does that make sense now?
That's your story.
Karen still don't like it. She's
She's
like, that's the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life. Left it on the prairie. Oh, man. Well, here we go. Welcome back in. We're just having fun, folks. Thanks for joining us as we get started with our segment number 2. By the way, the keyword is up and running now. I had to make sure. I had to get that up and going before Michelle got here because I don't want to upset Michelle Cardenas, our intern. Keyword is thankful. Poor Michelle. Hey, Michelle, we're working this week. The game plan is we're going to get Michelle a professional setup so she can hop in on the show with us.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
we had her on
a little camera and everything.
Well, we had her on the stream Friday, and Billy was joking around. He's like, "Why do we need to just put her on she's right 2 feet away from us. Why don't you just ask her to walk over here?" Because we had her on remotely. So keyword is thankful. And I guess today I'm just going to give away a swag bag. We got some Hello Huntsville goodies that I'll throw together for you. Some T-shirts. I got some discounts to the color bar. I've got some product we'll throw in there. We'll just
Walker County cups.
Some Walker County. Yeah, I got a whole stack of those, Karen. Yeah. So check that out. Walker County cups. We'll throw all that together. Walker County. I got the fans. Mm-hmm. Hold up. Hey, Michelle, can you grab one of these for us real quick? Check this out.
Yeah, those are handy.
Yeah, grab us a cup. This is why Michelle's here, by the way, because, I couldn't do this if she wasn't here. Here we go. Cup and a fan. And thank you, Michelle. Appreciate you. All right, check this out. Walker County Federal Credit Union cup. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You remember when you were a little kid? Say I and spell cup. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember those dumb things? Look down your shirt and spell attic. My cousin had never heard of that one. Karen, have you ever heard of that?
Thinking about it.
I haven't heard that either.
She's spelling it in her head. She's like, wait.
What the heck?
Spell it.
No, don't do it.
Spell it in your head.
Oh,
spell it in your head and think about it.
Yeah.
I am.
Look down your shirt and spell attic.
Oh, okay. I get it now. It took me a minute.
Those are all little kid things. My cousin had never heard of that. Pat Toon, never heard of that. Her name is Pat Toon. Literally, her name is Pat Toon. Wonderful woman. She helped us. She wouldn't even know it. She's in her early 70s, and she came all the way to Fargo to help us move back. She drove my truck all the way back. And boy, I thought I was going to put that poor woman through the ringer because she was working so hard. And I'm so thankful for my family, but. Pat Toon had never heard of that before.
I'm still thinking about the attic.
See, you're like Pat. Because
now I can't stop saying that.
She's gonna do it to somebody.
Yeah. Well, Pat started. It took her like you. It took her a few minutes, and all of a sudden her face turned red, and she's like, just went nuts. And I was like, what? She goes, I got it. And she got on the phone and called her friend. Have you ever heard of this before?
I have an aunt like that. We always make fun of her. She always gets the joke way later. So anytime somebody does that, we're like, okay, Martha.
I get it.
Love you, Thea.
I get it way late too, so don't worry, Karen. Yeah. I'm going to try to get Denise on one. You ready, Denise? I'm going to say words, and then you spell them as quickly as you can, okay? Some of the words may not make sense, but you just spell them, okay?
Okay.
You ready? Spell cop.
C-O-P.
Spell bop.
B-O-P.
Spell drop.
T-R-O-P.
Spell slop.
S-L-O-P.
Spell flop.
F-L-O-P.
What do you do when you come to a green light?
S-T-O-P.
No. You go.
Stigo. I
stigo. Everyone falls at that one. Don't worry. I did too. There you go. That's your fun for the day. Hey, cups, we're giving them away. No.
And maybe you all learned something new like I did.
Yeah, you'll learn something new. Little kids' jokes. Mm-hmm. There you go. There's your cup. The other one was say lettuce and spell cup. Do you remember that one? Just dumb stuff. Yeah. Oh, we see that in elementary. Anyways, also, we're giving away a little fan here. I thought these were Walker County fans. They're not, though. These are DBA, but they go together.
Some. I have plenty of those, too.
This is the greatest promotional invention.
I love those things.
Don't you think? Have you used these?
And if you, observe the day today and National Shower with a Friend Day, maybe you might need a little fan. I mean, just to dry off.
You're going to air dry?
Yeah. Let me ask you a question real
I'm
quick.
going to not come on the show anymore.
Let me ask.
I'm going to be kicked off.
Let me ask you a question real quick. Why do towels? Maybe it's the water, okay? Because we need to get a water. Why do towels you get out of the shower, right? And you dry off with a towel. You would think that's clean water. Why does a towel start stinking? Do you ever have that problem? Our
Not
towels.
if you wash it.
No, but I'm talking about you can only reuse the towel twice. I mean, you can't.
Yeah, they start getting that musty
Yeah.
You're really not supposed to use reused towels.
But why?
You're not supposed to.
I use it I just reuse it twice. Bridget gets mad at me. She's like, "Get this thing out of here! It stinks." I was like, "That's my towel," and I don't understand it because
Anybody got time for a stinky towel?
You're not hanging it up to dry right. So that means it stays moist.
Well, what I started doing was I put it on the hook. That didn't work. So then I started throwing it over the shower.
Well,
that should work.
But then your shower's still got a lot of moisture in there.
Yeah, I don't understand it. It just really bothers me. So
the things we talk about.
You're
talking about towel
stuff.
Your mama, by the way, said your mama's still here and you better behave, Karen. So, Mama's in the house this morning.
Mama knows her baby.
Mama knows.
She knows who she raised.
Well, hey, other exciting news. Super Bowl coming up on Sunday.
Yes.
This isn't really a sports show, but it is a big day. It's a Super Bowl.
It is a big day.
Karen's watched the last couple games with me. She knows they get a little intense.
What's a Super Bowl Sunday like for you guys? I mean, is it like a gathering?
We are having a gathering this Sunday at one of our friends' house, and he's got a game room and all that good stuff. About 14 TVs out there, and a hot tub and a swimming pool, and so we're just gonna have a big time.
A lot of food.
What's the food of choice at the Super Bowl?
It's got to be like finger food stuff, like something you can snack on while you're watching.
He's cooking a brisket.
There you go. I'm always a big fan, and thank the good Lord for this. And this is why I grew up in the Baptist church. There was always that lady that brought them little Smokies with that barbecue sauce.
Those are good.
Does somebody bring? And you got to have the toothpick because the toothpick is what brings out the flavor. You can't just sit there and lick on a fork, but you can lick on a toothpick.
It's the possibility of the splinter that just makes it taste good.
Yeah. Does someone bring that to this Super Bowl gathering? Have y'all had that before?
That wasn't on the list, but we may put it on there.
I'm sure somebody will.
That's always a go-to food. Them little, it's like little hickory sausage things.
Yes.
And that barbecue sauce. Was it Sweet Baby Ray's? Is that it?
Sweet Baby Ray's and grape jelly, which sounds disgusting, but they're really good.
Where did they come up with that name, Sweet Baby Ray?
Sweet Baby Ray's.
You got to think.
Some guy named Ray, and it's just
his mama is what it was.
Sweet
She
baby.
goes, "Oh, Sweet Baby Ray,
Sweet
he's so
baby."
sweet." That's where it came from. Sweet Baby Ray's. Yeah, there you go. So Valerie, by the way, Val said she's going to bring those. There you go.
Okay. Thank you.
So
That'll be perfect.
And Val, can you bring some by on Friday here to the show, Friday morning?
We'll bring you the leftovers on Monday.
If there is anybody out there this
Oh my God,
week,
I just thought about that. We're going to have to get up early and come here on Monday after Super Bowl.
Yes. I think we need to petition whoever we need, the NFL or who, that they need to have the Super Bowl on either.
Monday should be a federal holiday.
Yes. Or have it on Saturday.
It should be.
Or early on Sunday, not at 5 o'clock, because that's too late.
I was never a fan of big events happening on a Sunday because it just, you're right, and to me,
You don't get to enjoy it as much.
I love Sunday because church day, and I love being at church and love what would be, but but if you have an event after church or what, I don't even want to I don't want to do it. I just want to go home and relax because I know that Monday is a busy day.
Yes.
Now in the church world, we work on Sundays too. I mean, that's our week technically starts on Sunday, and then we're off Friday and Saturday. But we've just been blessed with so much going on. I'm literally working 6 days a week full time, and then that only day that I get to really do things with my family is on Saturday, and it's been that way, since I guess September or so. So I'm thankful for it, and it doesn't really feel like, it's like some days you feel like you're working, but then other days you're like, this is where I'm supposed to be, and it don't feel like, and I think that's where all of us want to be, right?
Absolutely.
You want to be at an area to where you feel like, yeah, this is my job, and you got to take it seriously. But the same token, it's like, you know what? I'm cool with being. And I know there's days, like all of us, there's days that y'all don't want to be at work. There's days I don't want to be at work. But for the most part, there's more days that I want to be at work versus the days that I don't. There's a reason they call it work and not fun.
Right.
So, anyways, Jamie Salas I like this. Says, my husband uses his first vacation day of the year that Monday. His company already knows it and pencils it in.
Yeah.
Talking about
Good idea.
Super Bowl Monday.
I think I might start that tradition for myself.
That's a
as
great
well.
idea. Thanks for that little tidbit.
That's good, Jamie. Somebody out there this morning, you're feeling a pull on you to say, man, I want to bring those guys some of them little smokies and that barbecue sauce.
Or mimosas. We're good with that too.
Bring that on Monday for Karen, Denise. And on Fridays, can you bring Billy and I some little hickory sausages, please? Some little hickory sausages with that sweet baby Ray's. And bring a crock. I'll give your crock pot back, but can you bring it in a crock pot so it's
keep
warm?
it warm.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time for no cold little wieners.
I'm just throwing it out there. Sometimes I throw things out and people pick it up. Can someone? And if you're a business, here, I'm going to give you an opportunity this morning. If you're a business and you don't, and it doesn't conflict with our Foundation 5, so can't be another bank, can't be another funeral home, can't be another defense, can't be another
daycare,
salon,
our school.
Excuse me.
Can't be another child care. So if you're outside of those industries and you want like 5 minutes to promote your business on Good Morning Huntsville, Friday,
Just walk in with some food.
bring in a crock pot.
Distract Rob long enough to grab a headset and go.
Not on Friday. Bring it on next Monday.
Well, if they
because
bring
we're going to
it-
need it worse the next Monday.
Well, if they bring it Friday, I'll save y'all some. And
Okay.
I'll leave the
That'll
crock.
work.
I'll leave the crock pot going all weekend.
Burnt little wieners.
Little hickory ain't gonna be good.
Okay, we're gonna need the fancy one where we can program it when to start
Yeah.
up again. So we can, or you know what? I think that might be a day for Michelle to come in extra early and turn it on for us.
Yes.
Yeah, Michelle, can
Or
you do
maybe
that
just
for-
perhaps you can come in extra early and make some breakfast and have
Oh.
mimosas
Oh,
and
yeah,
breakfast.
that would be better.
Michelle is here Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Michelle may do this for us on Friday. So she's like, "What are you putting me up to?"
She said, "Y'all gonna be hungry?"
I like what Kay said. She said, "We need some of them little smokies. Bring them on Wednesday." She says, "Let's just have a little smoky week."
That sounds like a great idea, Kay.
So when she said, "Let's have a smoky week," I started thinking of that movie Friday. Smoky.
Okay.
What did Valerie say?
She said, "You better be ready to eat some of those things." So there you go.
Oh, okay. And she'll bring them. We know. Valerie will get on down here and get the rest of it.
Look what Jamie said. Jamie Salas at Osprey Storage said, "I'm doing the show." Yeah, she's going to be here Friday.
There you go.
She said, "What do you want me to bring?" Boy, Jamie, if you could bring some of them little sausages,
No, excuse me.
some of them little sausages in that sweet baby Ray sauce, and little tiny ones with the toothpicks,
Yep.
in a crock pot. Oh my goodness, we'll eat you up. We'll eat them little smokies up.
Yes.
Okay. So appreciate it, Jamie. Thank you. Yeah, and see, she said with toothpicks. That's right. You got to bring a toothpick because you can't dip a fork and eat them things.
No.
So it's got to be. She said, "You got." There we go. See.
See?
Sometimes you
Ask and you shall receive.
That's you just gotta ask for stuff.
just throw it. Since we're on this happy
Like
moment, right?
week before last that we were talking about brownies. Somebody brought us some
Oh,
brownies
yes,
up
they
to the
did.
credit
To the
union.
credit union. Yep.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about it on the show.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
See, people are listening.
Yep.
Hey, thank you for plugging that because I told Toy, I was like, I promise people are listening.
No, they are.
So, no, I'm
Somebody,
just
yeah,
kidding.
no, and
No,
it
they
was
do.
raining. That woman showed up in the rain, and she just showed up
Yes,
with
and
the
they were
box.
so
She's like,
delicious.
somebody said they wanted
Thank you.
brownies, and she opened it up, and I was like, yes.
Hey, well, since everybody's like happy and we're all feeling good now, man, can y'all hook me up with like a $25,000 no payback loan?
Wouldn't that be nice?
Jamie said it was her. She's the
It
one.
was Jamie.
She said she brought them to
they
you.
were
See?
awesome. Thank you so much.
There you go. Well, good deal. Well, Super Bowl coming up. I know we talked about the activities, but here's the deal. There's a quarterback named Brock Purdy.
Brock Purdy.
Purdy boy.
Purdy.
Hey, Purdy boy. You know, he was like the third stringer for San Francisco.
Yep.
Trey Lance was on that team.
Yes.
And Trey Lance
They
was
had just given him a huge contract.
Sure did.
To be,
Go ahead. I'll
to
let
be
you. Yeah.
QB1. Yeah. And then Garoppolo was on his way out. He was looking for another team. They had a couple other ones that were in there, but yeah, Brock was number 3.
You're from Cali, right?
I
Were you a
am.
49er? 49er.
always.
Jerry Rice back in the day. Were you a Jerry Rice?
I got the end of Montana, all of Steve Young.
Oh, man. Good
Yeah.
night. Those were the glory days. All this stuff nowadays, these players, y'all ain't got
Yeah.
nothing on back in the day.
Tio was on there. Dion was on there. Oh,
Terrell
yeah.
Owens on that team?
It was.
I didn't even know that.
I didn't know Dion was either.
Yeah.
Dion played for the Cowboys too, and he hurt his toe and he couldn't run for a while. You know,
He was-
Deion Sanders is one of the few players that ever played. I think he played a professional football game and a professional MLB game on the same day.
Yeah, he's the only one. Or
That's a good trivia question.
It's, him.
Not
and,
now, though.
There's one other that has done that, and I can't think of who it was.
Bo, somebody? No, I don't know. Don't get me lying.
Anyways, yeah.
But yeah, so 49ers Brock Purdy. Here's the deal. Trey Lance was actually the national champion quarterback at North Dakota State University, the Bison. And so he had some big ties there. I did an incredible job as a Bison. And then, and that's where I really got to learn more. Here's the deal. When Sam Houston played in NDSU in that quarterfinal game and they lost, Trey Lance wasn't playing in that game. He was injured. Mm-hmm. And, he's a great young man. Never really got a chance to talk to him much, but know that he was a great man. Mm-hmm. Had that huge deal with San Francisco. Got injured right away.
Yes.
I think Jimmy G came in for a bit.
He did.
And then he got hurt.
We assumed he was out, but then Trey Lance got injured right away, so then Jimmy G took over. And then he got injured a few games down. And then here comes QB3.
QB3, Brock Purdy. Similar story, Tony Romo. See, but here's the deal. Brock Purdy actually has a defense. Tony Romo didn't have that in Dallas. Tony Romo, by the way, second greatest quarterback of all time, never got credit for it. As a Cowboys fan, I'm really upset. By the way, the Texans lost. There goes your season. Sorry. but anyways, yeah, it was pretty cool to hear about this. Brock Purdy, I think his salary is like $800,000 a year. And you're going up against Patrick Mahomes, who makes about 45 times that amount.
Go sell some insurance, Mahomes.
But he's a humble dude.
I don't know.
What are your thoughts, Karen?
I was a fan of him.
Your thought? Who are you rooting for? San Francisco, the Chiefs? Do you really care?
Whoever lands on the square that I bought.
There it is. I was right. Quentin Glay said it. Bo Jackson was the dude.
Bo Jackson.
And I was thinking of Bo Jackson, Quentin, because I used to have Tecmo football on the Nintendo 8-bit, and I'd always play Bo Jackson, baby, and he'd never let me down. So, anyways, I'm rooting for...
You better say the 49ers or Denise is going to... I'm going to back up.
I am rooting for the 49ers only because... There's a young man on that team named Spencer Wagey, who I got to know at North Dakota State University also. And he doesn't get much playing time, but he is on the roster, and he goes with the team.
All right.
Great young man, one of the most humblest young men that I've ever met in college football. He is with the 49ers. And
awesome.
Know him and his family well. They are good people, and I'm rooting for the 49ers and Spencer.
We got some good guys on that team. They got a good heart. They do a lot in the community.
It's like
they're pretty humble.
It's like somebody told me once, I'm not bringing light to this because I know people really do battle alcohol addiction, but this is kind of a funny thing because there was a guy that drank a lot, but he was also very kind to everybody. And I remember a friend telling me, oh, he's got a good heart. He's just got a bad liver. Anytime I hear people say good heart, I think of that guy telling me that. He's got a good heart, but just a bad liver.
That's funny.
So, look, my sister, how do you have this, Rebecca? Boy, I just hit something. How do you have this? She said, I have a Bo Jackson football card from the Los Angeles Raiders.
Oh, wow.
When they existed. How do you have that? I didn't even know my sister had that. That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Anyways, let's get to some of our folks this morning who are joining us. We got 7 minutes to go before we wrap it up today. Kyle Kreiner, good morning to you, the brisketeer. You ever had his brisket?
I have not.
Ooh, y'all missing out. Kyle?
Well, bring some down to the credit union.
Yeah, please, Kyle. He made brisket breakfast tacos one morning, brought them here to us. Unbelievable.
How come he didn't bring none when he came the other day?
He just was tired. He said, I ain't doing this he comes a lot.
What's going on, Kyle?
Kyle's usually in studio. He'll come hang out with us in studio. Has he been in here when we've had the show?
I think he
when the Sam Houston, when Bridget and...
Yeah, he was. Yeah, when Bridget Maloney was here. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. But anyways, good morning, Kyle. Jamie Saucier over at Saucier Woodworks. By the way, he did this sign for us.
I know. It's so cute.
And did you see the new sign that he made out? I want to bring that in because I don't want it to get stolen. He made that for us.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
Welcome thing.
He made us a little welcome sign to hang your hats on. And Jamie, man, it's beautiful. We love that. The grandmother of Huntsville, Carolyn Gibson, joining us. Coffee is on, and I'm ready for another blessed day.
Uh-huh.
So, Carolyn, we love you. Always good to see you. Pop's Wood Shop, that's Scott Valley. You know, we got like 3 guys here in town that are just amazing woodworkers. Scott Valley, Pop's Wood Shop.
And he made these.
He did.
And you'll see that?
Oh, yeah, right there, yeah. He made that.
Thank you, Scott. I love it.
Denise is like, look, you can
I mean, it's all right.
Look, she's getting angry. So we appreciate that. He just blesses us. I was like, those are cool.
Yes, very nice.
And then the other gentleman in town is Blaine McAdams from McAdams Woodworks.
Oh, yes. I have some of his charcuterie boards. Yeah. They're awesome. He does great work.
3 talented, and I'm sure there's more, but those gentlemen are so talented. And, boy, Huntsville's full of so much great people.
Yep.
So, good morning, Pop Pops Woodshop. Jonathan Horton, how about that? Works for the city. Great man. And, Jonathan, I am a little envious of you, man, because I saw some pictures of you working out. And
ain't nobody got time for that.
Definitely don't have. You and Ashley are hitting it hard. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to put Ashley on I'm going to put her up here real quick because at Rotary, every other week, Farmhouse Cafe is there. They bring usually really good chicken fried steak. Now, this week they didn't have any. I was a little disappointed. But they always bring this pink cake. Oh, man, that pink. And Ashley usually gets that pink cake. You know about that pink cake, Michelle. It was good, right? Yeah, Michelle had it. She's still smiling about it. I usually take like 4 pieces of it. Ashley used to take a cup of it, literally. And I said, Ashley, why aren't you taking? She's like, I can't eat it. So Jonathan, she is staying true. She is not eating that cake, and that's hard.
Yeah,
it's like telling me that I'm not going to drink sweet tea. I guess here is Chicken Express, but we have Bush's chicken back at home. Man, when you get that Bush's chicken sweet tea, ooh, lousy. Makes me think of.
I don't like tea.
Makes me think of that old Cajun cook. Oh, lousy. Anyways, Russell Humphrey joining us. Good morning, Mayor. Good to see you on. Mike Noakes. Good morning to you, Mike. Quentin Glaze on the program. Clinton is our most engaged person on Hello Huntsville.
Nice.
Facebook does these. And Quentin, I don't even know if we've ever met, have we?
We'll have to have him on the show.
Yeah, you're going to have to come on a show. You ever want to come hang out with us, Quentin? You let me know, man. We'd love to have you on. But Facebook does these cool analytics now, and it shows like who's your most engaged people each week. And Quentin, man, he's on the leaderboard. I think he's got like 800 points.
Awesome.
So
he deserves a little spot on the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm top fan.
Stephanie was like, Karen, our top fan on Facebook.
At Rodeo Bar and Grill.
Yeah, like the little badge on there and all that. Yeah. So good morning, Quentin. I know Kay said that Spirit Radio is not broadcasting the show this morning, and I knew that as soon as I got here because we had power go out, and I forgot to turn that system back on. But we are moving that playout system to our studio that is being one day under construction at First Baptist Church. We're actually going to build a radio studio over there as soon as we get our license from the FCC, and that is where we're going to house all of our stuff, and we will have all that on premise. It will no longer be running out of my closet. So thank you, Kay, for letting me know that, though. Again, good morning to Miss Joy out there, your mom.
My mama.
So good to see you on this morning. Mike Hunter, I love this. Mike Hunter, I believe, is a new engager here. We have a few new folks that I wanted to highlight today. Mike said good morning. He's a new Huntsville resident, and he said the show is very helpful.
Awesome. Welcome to Huntsville.
So welcome to Huntsville, Mike, and do us a favor. Like this and share it and let other people know about it as we continue to spread the good about what's happening. Samantha Park joining us this morning. That is
hi, Samantha.
I don't know
We
her.
miss you at trivia.
I don't know Samantha. So she comes to trivia sometimes, huh? All right. Well, there you go. Another new engager here on the show commenting in. Brittany Wright. I think Brittany, she's with the Color Bar Tanning Salon.
Okay.
We love Brittany.
Brittany is awesome. She is a member at our church as well over at First Baptist. She has a beautiful little boy named Bo.
know,
And I got to
so
keep Braylon
cute.
away from him because I'm like, Brittany, well, no Bo talking to my girl right now, okay? Wait till she's like 30, okay? Then she can be talking.
Super cute.
But Brittany, I believe, is what do they call it? The Stockyards up there at DFW? Are they in the middle of like their Texas thing going on right now at Dallas Fort Worth?
I don't
Is it
know.
right now?
Don't
Is
they
it
do
this
something
early?
every year? Don't they do something up there every year?
Yeah, but I don't know that it starts this
Is
early.
it the Texas Fair they do up there?
Yeah.
I thought that was already over.
Spit everywhere. It's the Texas Fair. I don't know when it happens.
I don't know when it happens. It feels early in the year, but maybe.
Tammy joining us this morning saying, good morning, Huntsville. My sister, who we've already chatted with, and I'm embarrassed for calling me an accident, joining us this morning.
Yeah, my sister always used to say I was adopted too. It's fine. That's
Janet,
what they do.
I did that to I was like my little cousin and started crying. No, went and told his dad. I was like, don't, I'm just kidding.
You don't have that when you're an only child, so.
I always look just like my mom, so I'm like, whatever. If anybody's adopted, it's you.
You know, being an only child is so special because my mom was an only child. And it's just, I asked my mom about that. And I said, did you ever wish you had brothers? She's like, no. She goes, I enjoyed it because, like, we always had something to do. Like, my grandpa, and I miss my grandpa tremendously. He passed away in 2000. second wave at Normandy at D-Day, and I'm so thankful that he did not have to be here when 9/11 happened, because it would have really, really hurt, really hit him hard. But my mom tells me stories that my grandpa always took her out fishing with old bamboo poles. He was a really good fisher. He'd take bamboo poles and make fishing rods out of them. Those are the good days.
Yes, they were.
But the good days are here too. I don't ever want to say, I don't want to get into that mindset. The good old days, because you know what, the good old days are right now also.
Well, some days to someone else, these will be the good old days. Yeah.
These are the good old days. Just a good old time. I don't even know what song that is. Janet Horn joining us and the Horn family. Good morning. Jamie Salas and a lot more. Lisa Roberts.
I love that.
Hey, Lisa.
I love that there's so many people commenting. That's awesome.
Lisa
Thanks,
over
guys.
Learning. I'm paying them big money to do this. My dad. So my dad is messaging us too. He said, "Good morning, group. I love you, son." Good morning, Dad.
Good morning.
So my dad is joining in from Temple, Texas this morning. So I love you too, Dad. Angela said that it just finished. The Fort Worth Stock Show.
Oh.
That's what it was.
There you go.
So I think that's why Brittany was in that area. And my sister said that my mom had lots of cousins and friends. Can I tell you one more funny story? So I told you growing up, I had a lot of Mexican friends. Great people. Johnny Gonzalez.
Amazing people.
But I'll never forget, I was talking, it may have been Johnny. This was funny. I was talking to Johnny one time, and I was mentioning all my family members, and it always stuck with me. And this got me out of trouble one time in San Antonio, too, and I was joking around with a guy. But it was funny because I was telling Johnny about, my cousin over here, and I've got a cousin that lives over here, and a cousin. We had cousins all over Georgetown. That's where they all grew up. And he stopped me, and I was in high school at the time, and I still knew him as I went on through high school. And he called me Hip. He started calling me Hip was my last name. He goes, "Hip, man." I said, "What?" He goes, "You're like one of us." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Everybody's your cousin." And I said, "Yeah, everybody in town was our cousin growing up."
Yeah, so be careful what you say.
Yeah, so it's all good. Well, let's head over Granny Mary's Cajun Asian Cuisine text line, as we have that prize pack today. Going to feature some cups from Walker County Federal Credit Union. We've had a few entries come in, and we will pull up the randomizer. And let's go ahead and pick a winner. And there it is. You saw it, Karen. No cheating, right? Mm-hmm. And we'll copy this. We'll go here. Walker County Federal, by the way, going to throw in $1 million today. So it's great. Just kidding. Y'all heard the story of like Samantha Howard whenever I told her $100,000 and she didn't answer. Mm-hmm. People in the community believed me. They thought that we were really giving away $100,000.
Oh, gosh.
No.
Like, I'm keeping that.
Yeah.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning. This sounds like a wonderful, beautiful lady that's involved at CASA on the phone today.
Could be sitting here at my desk doing paperwork.
I can tell that's Janet.
Yeah, there's Karen.
Hey,
Karen, do it
Janet.
right away. Well, you are the lucky winner today. You never won like a swag bag from us, have you, Janet?
No, I have not.
Didn't you win some candy one time, like some Skittles or something? Did you win that?
No, Rachel's the Skittles. I want a coffee mug and chocolate.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's right. Yeah. Well, don't worry. I'll bring it to you. You got a little swag bag. I got a shirt in there. I've got some things from Walker County Federal. I've got a really cool little fan to keep you cool. And we'll just throw all sorts of stuff in there. How does that sound?
It sounds wonderful.
All right. Well, Janet, real quick, what have you been up to? How are things at CASA going?
CASA is busy as always. We're big thing planning for the Kids Expo in April, and y'all will be hearing a lot more about that.
Awesome. Well, we'll need to get you on the show, if that's okay, or one of y'all to come by and talk about that. You're a friend of us here at Hello Huntsville, and you're always welcome to be on, so we'd love to hear from you soon.
Yes, sir. We'll make it happen.
All right. Well, Karen's got a closing comment for you. She always has the final question.
Tell us today what you're thankful for.
I'm thankful that I can read my Bible and go to church without persecution.
Amen. Well, I love it, Janet. And Janet's in our Sunday school class, her and her husband, every Sunday morning. I just love being around you, Janet, and all the good things that are happening in your life. So thanks for all that you do.
Thank you for all that y'all do.
You got it. Have a blessed day.
Have
Bye-bye.
a great week, Janet.
Okay, y'all too. Bye-bye.
All right, there she is, Janet Davis. She is such a wonderful, wonderful
When she
person.
taught at Alpha Omega, she was my daughter's teacher.
Oh,
I
really?
can't remember if it was the second or third grade. I'm not sure which grade, but anyway, yeah, she's a wonderful person.
Well, as we wrap up today, a little chilly at the lodge. I know you guys didn't get to make it out there. I didn't get to make it, but I heard it rained. They did not have the vendor fair, but I heard it went very well.
Yeah, I drove by there.
So, went
Congratulations to Deanna. Did you see?
Yes, I saw Deanna won the People's Choice.
Yeah, they won like the first.
They got first.
And then they got
and
fifth.
Then fifth with all the professionals.
With the pros.
Second day. So congrats,
That's awesome.
guys.
So,
and I really do want some of that,
I
Deanna.
know. You could have brought some of that this morning. You had to have leftovers.
That's what I said.
All that chili I made.
And Deanna, this table looks small, but you've been up here. You're a friend and a guest on this show many times. You know that we got plenty of room, so you can just bring that. We got it.
Bring a crock pot up here, Deanna. Or bring it to the credit union now since we're fixing to leave.
Yeah, and then bring a little bit over here. We have enough. I just wanted to throw this out there, too. We do have enough room on these tables for a buffet line. So,
look, we'll move Michelle to the floor. We'll put the food over there.
Hey, before we and Russell said he had a great time. He judged at that as well. So I bet that was awesome. Yeah. Quick question: buffet, yes or no? Are you guys a fan of the buffets? Any like a buffet, yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
What's your favorite buffet?
I don't know. Well, you
Probably tomfooleries. I mean, they've
so good.
Yeah.
I love a good salad bar buffet.
You know, I go to Tomfooleries and you go in there and there's only like a few pizzas out, but they keep them coming.
Yes, but that's good because then they're fresh and they're like nice and hot. And
and that's why I wanted to mention that. So don't be fooled when you go. Don't be fooled at Tomfooleries. When you go in, you may see only like 4 or 5 pizzas out there,
no,
but
that
they're
means
constant.
they just came out.
And that salad is really
Yes.
good.
I love a good salad
I like
bar.
a good variety on a salad bar.
I'm really bummed that Pinch and Plate's no longer open.
Yeah.
That was my go-to. I loved Pinch and Plate, and I know they just got super, super busy. And it's hard to find. It wasn't. I don't think that it was the fact that they didn't have enough business. It was a fact. I think that they had too much, and they just
didn't have enough people.
There isn't a lot of help.
Mm-hmm.
And I won't get on the political train, but man, we've got to incentivize people for work and not for not working.
Yeah, exactly.
And so, it's tough. And plus, we're in an area, we've got a lot of college students, and they're going to school and staying busy with that. But that's why it's so important, friends. If you know somebody looking for work and they need a place, call on these local businesses because I guarantee a lot of local businesses need help. And it would be a great opportunity to learn and grow. And Tiffany is such a wonderful person. Her and her husband Ken are great people. So. Well, that'll wrap it up. We got another show lined up tomorrow morning with our friends from Guardian Defense will be on the program with us. And I'm just skimming through the calendar because we do have a few open spots this week. Tomorrow, Denise Winston will be back with us. I'm going to confirm with her. She brings in exchange students once a month with us. We'll have David Beatty on Wednesday. Small Business Breakfast won't be there because we have the show. So Chamber Breakfast Thursday. That's at 7:30. They get started at 8. I'm not. I had to drop out of Preferred Partners. Hate that. I had to drop out of the breakfast because
it's always during this time.
It's during the show, man, and children come first. So I get my little ones over. Braylon is loving Tomorrow's Promise.
Yeah.
Good. She just Kay. Whatever y'all are teaching them over there, please continue to teach them. She came home the other day clapping her hands. And we didn't sing this to her. Now we listen to like little church songs, but she came home and she was clapping, going, "God our Father, God," and I was like, "What is that?" And so I look it up, and it's a little song that they sing before they eat. It's like a prayer song.
Oh, that's cute.
But then I said, "Who did you see at school today?" She always says Miss Gloria, that's her teacher, and then she goes, "Devin." And I said, "Whoa, hold up.
Who is Devin?
So
got to talk."
Yeah. So I asked Miss Gloria. I went in when I picked her up. I said, "Miss Gloria, I got to ask you something." She said, "Yeah." I said, "Is there a Devin in here?" "Oh, yeah." I said, "Keep an eye on him because my little girl's talking about him. She's too young. Ain't nobody got time for that. My girl ain't going to date till she's 30. So anyway, she's learning a lot and having a blast. So, well, that'll finish it up today.
Okay.
So
everybody have a great week.
Head over there.
See you tonight at Trivia.
Trivia, what time again?
6 o'clock, rodeo. Come see us.
Will there be Super Bowl trivia? Possibly a hint?
There will be.
There will be some Super Bowls talked about.
Like how many Super Bowls have the Dallas Cowboys won? Possibly.
Stuff people care about, Rob.
Oh. Okay. How many Super Bowls have the Houston Texans won? Okay. All right.
I'm sure we'll start some arguing while we're up there.
All right. Well, Cowboys forever. Tony Romo's the best. That'll wrap it up today.
Go Niners. Bang, bang.
We'll holler at you soon. Friends, as I end every broadcast, reminding you this morning that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We do need each other. Please get out there. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Huntsville, somebody needs you. We love you. Good morning and God bless. We'll see you back at it tomorrow, 7:30.